Hey everybody, today we've got another really cool vintage MRE for you. Today it's going to be a menu number 11, ham slices. This was made by Right Away Food Corp in McAllen, Texas. And this one was sent to me by my buddy Oldsmokey, who has sent me several rations to review. And if you haven't already, check out his channel. This particular one, we don't know the date of it until we actually open it up. But this one's going to be based on the bag design, one of the original 1981 to 87 menus, because we know that in 1988, ham slices was transferred over to menu number 8, and it stayed there until 1995 before, and then in 1996, it was moved to menu number 4 up until 1999 when it was phased out completely. Now, the one great thing about the ham, the history, this was in the old C rations. I mean, it had been around for a very long time. It was actually in the field a pretty good, go-to menu that you could stick with. So let's get it open here and we'll see which year we've got and give it a try and see how well it lasted. These, of course, didn't come with a peelable seal. These had a tear notch at the top, which is right here. And that just, okay, let's see. So right off the bat, we have, these are probably going to be hard to see, but we have freeze-dried peaches that feel kind of loose in the bag. They're still pretty crunchy feeling, but oddly, it's pretty loose. We have our crackers. We have our ham slice, which is just a 4.5 ounce menu. And this one, really can't see. I think it's a 2872, so that would be 1982. That's pretty old. Here we have our orange nut cake. And I can't really make out what that stamp is. We have our cocoa beverage powder. And again, trying to find a stamp on these. Just can't see it. We have our cheese spread, which is pretty solid. Everything looks to be in good shape, but it's, we already know. We have our old MCI spoon. And of course, our accessory packet A, which, again, this menu from 1981 to 87 remained unchanged the whole time. So we have toilet paper, matches, chewing gum, salt, sugar, cream substitute, and coffee. So let's go ahead and open this up really quick. And I don't even see a tear notch on it, but that's okay. We've got our fake M9 bayonet to open everything. So let's see. Okay. So we have our coffee instant, our toilet paper, which is blue. Nobody can ever figure out why it's blue sometimes. Cream substitute, dry non-dairy, sugar, iodized salt, peppermint chiclets, and our book of matches, which are white tip. So let's go ahead and pull out our ham slice. And maybe we'll be able to see the date on this a little bit better. And of course, they glued these into the boxes for some reason. Here we have, well, here it says 1/290. So honestly, this would have been a 1981, which would have really been the first year of manufacture for MREs. So we're going to go ahead. It feels like it's delaminating a little bit. But then again, for a 36-year-old, well, actually, no, we've got a 1/290, then a 3/287. So we're going to take a look at some, let's take a look at the orange nut cake and see if we can find a date on it to get a better idea. But as of right now, I'm going to say this is a probably 1982 by, date, but that doesn't look good. And see, this says 4009, so I really can't pin it down. I'm going to guess that maybe it's the 3287, so possibly an 83, 84. Getting me kind of questioning it here. Either way, we're going to say it's an 83, just because, or 84 rather, because we got the 4009 on this one. So this would make sense that this was at the end of 2000 or 1983, then the ham slice was manufactured. So first we're going to go ahead and go get this heated up, and while we do that, we'll get everything else out. Okay, while that's boiling up, we're going to go ahead and try to get the rest of our stuff out. We're going to try our cocoa beverage powder type 1, and for this we're going to use our Yugoslavian mess kit to mix up our drinks in. And I think we're going to go ahead and take the coffee and cocoa, and of course do the Steve 1989 mochaccino, just because it's fun to do. Whoa. Naturally, we can't do this without, or at least I can't, without getting everything all over the place. Let's take a look at that. Just regular cocoa beverage powder. Smells just fine. Let's check out our coffee instant. These usually last pretty well. Yep, just a powdered coffee. Yep, looks perfect, of course. All right, we'll add our cream substitute. Which of course always looks kind of funny. Our packet of sugar. All right, let's add a little water to it. And I love this Yugoslavian mess kit. They can be had for a pretty low price. And they're really good. There's actually a canteen that goes to them as well, but mine kind of trying to repair right now because it had a crack in it. So we'll see if that works. If not, we still have the aluminum pan and the cup and the bowl here. And well, I can see the creamer didn't really want to dissolve that well, so we'll see how that works out when I go to drink it, if it was actually bad. All right, now let's go ahead and check out these peaches that, like I said, feel kind of loose in the pouch. Yeah, they look fine. A little broken up, but otherwise fine. Let's give one of them a little taste real quick just to see. Yeah, they're perfectly fine. And if you could ever get your hands on these old style peaches, they were amazing. I mean, just so full of peach flavors, sweet. In the hand, they feel like they weigh nothing. They're feel like styrofoam, but when you get them in your mouth and they rehydrate, they're amazing. Let's check out our crackers. Of course, these are the old style that were truly actually salted. And you can see the salt. I don't know if you can or not, but they're just covered in salt. They smell okay. And this one's an odd one. They actually have a cross, you know, which normally they just be one solid cracker. So that's an interesting one. Let's check out our orange nut cake. This looks like it was delaminated. It looks almost like it was half melted, and it could be just from the box. But we'll see if this actually held up at all, which chances are it's not. It smells like it should. The nuts, of course, are black. The cake's a little dark. Still feels somewhat moist, and I'm going to guess that this is no good, but I am going to try it anyway. The cheese spread, I already know is bad. It's still a little pliable, and just for the sheer fun of cutting it open, I'm going to, knowing full well that it will not be any good. That's too bad, because these original MRE cheese spreads were absolutely fantastic and a lot better of a formulation than the new style cheese spread. But I'm just curious to see how cool, what colors it comes in. Oh yeah, you can see that nice brown, greasy, gross look. And the smell is absolutely vile. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of it really quick. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, let's go ahead and get our ham slice and see if it's still edible. Chances are this isn't. I can feel the delamination, and so far the only thing that I've seen that's okay is the peaches. So there's our juices and our ham slice, which looks perfect. It's an actual slice of ham. So first I want to try one of these crackers just because they look really good, but I'm going to give one of these a taste. Yeah, they are perfectly great. A little bit salty for what I'm used to with the MRE crackers, but these were just such a great formulation. You just cannot beat them. All right, let's check out this ham. It is, like I said, just a slice of ham. That is absolutely perfect. It's salty. It's got a good chew to it. It still comes apart easily in your mouth. And on a cracker, this is a perfect little, like I said, you can see that it's just, you know, it's actual ham. It's not processed. Well, of course we know it is, but it's, you know, an actual chunk of meat. And for being packaged in 1983, you surely can't go wrong with that. To be still edible and good at that. Get a drink of our mochaccino. Yeah, that's of course, you know, fine. The cocoa beverage powders hold up really well. The old style coffee usually holds up pretty good. Our peaches, we've already tried a piece of this, but I'm going to go ahead and grab another because these are getting harder and harder to find. Generally, when we would be in the field and on the march, we would keep these and just keep them in your pocket. And on the march, you would just kind of break off corners of it and pop it in your mouth just for kind of a little sweet kick. We're going to try this orange nut cake, which again, I doubt seriously is any good, but there's always that chance. Actually, I'm getting no bad flavors off of it. The nuts, although they are black, are not giving me a rancid note when they're in my mouth. You can really taste the orange in this. It's almost like a fruitcake taste with the orange zest. It's still moist. Well, as moist as they were, I guess. These were a very compact cake, but these were one that I was really sad to see go, especially the maple nut. So overall, this has held up pretty well. Of course, the cheese spread, which we knew wouldn't be any good, and for the ham being made in 1983, everything else 1984. This is just a shining example of what U.S. Rations, how well they were made and how much thought they put into preserving them. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I've got another, I think, little after 87 ration to try out next, and hope you enjoyed. If you do, subscribe, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, make sure you visit other reviewers. We really enjoy hearing your feedback. Thank you.